Dream Elements has arrived. Standard User 4 has arrived. Sust User Lock has arrived. Peter 1138 has arrived. Project Carl has arrived. Chloe Raccoon has arrived. Majenko Bot has arrived. Majenko Tech has arrived.
And it looks like I'm going to be attacked. Hello! What do? I have to type accept, isn't it?
A swarm
Oh, it timed
of
out.
insects has arrived.
Oh well. I was too slow. Hello! Oh, right. Oh, where's my thingy gone? There's my thingy. Right, who have we got?
Has arrived.
Hello, standard user. Hello, Ben. Hello, Peter. Hello, Project Carl. Hello, Chloe. Hello, Swarm. Hello, Switchgear. How are we all doing today? It's a bit on the muggy side here today.
Goat
It needs to
Master
rain
has
urgently.
arrived.
I lost my thingy. It's detachable. Right. Today, terminal server. Show off. Oh, it's a hot, muggy day today. Not particularly hot. It's just really muggy with it.
Uncle has arrived.
Hello, Daft Punkle. It's one of those sweaty days where everything just leaves you dripping. Happy Monday. You're twisting my melon, man. Okay, so we're going back to this heap of junk. Let's see if we can get Serial to work on it today. There we go. There we go. I'm going to need a serial connection somehow to test it with. If I can find a serial adapter in here. I may not have one in here. Where is my serial adapter? Is that my serial adapter? Ah, there's my serial adapter. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub-G pen. Right, that might be the cable that I want, possibly. Or it might not. I'm also going to need some form of network cable with it, aren't I?
Searched use a lot.
Let's steal
another subscription.
this
Just
one.
giving them away, and
It's got no
utterly baffling.
clips on it, but
Idiot.
it might work. It might stay in enough. I don't know which one that is plugged into at the moment. Right, let's get some things plugged in. That one plugs into that. That one plugs into that. This one
Stefan
plugs
King
into
has
here.
arrived.
Hello, Stefan.
Tico Books has arrived.
Hello, Tico Box, or TCO Box, or Taco Box, or however you want to pronounce it. Right. We've got everything wired up. Now I want to write some software. This is my homemade 6-port serial terminal server project that I am working on. Where's MPLabX?
RHG77 has arrived.
Come on, join the joyride. Get some tickets in.
With 100 bits, RHG77 says.
Hello, Cheer 100. I'm here for the trains only. D.
Champion!
It's kind of, yeah. You're here for the trains only, and you triggered a hype train. I mean, how fortuitous is that? It's fate.
Luxury yacht, but pronounced throat wobbler mangrove.
Throat wobbler mangrove. It's all your fault, RHK, yes. We have the hype train. Now, I've been playing Denshi Go
That's a remarkable
Final or
pleasant
something
thing
it's
to say.
called.
Perhaps a little
Japanese
deaf,
train
a little
simulator
more civilized behaviour.
on the
It's a
PlayStation 2.
moment
It's quite fun, actually, for a train simulator.
With 50 bits, says Stews a lot says.
Cheer 50 bits for the hype train.
50 bits for the hype train, thank you very much. And thank you, Chloe, for your 50 earlier.
Was subscribed for 40 months and says.
Choo-choo.
Magic.
And thank you for the resub,
Use a lot.
Switchgear.
Oh, fantastic. Another subscribe.
Right. What am I doing? Main PC, there we go.
Appreciation. You're a glorious specimen, Switchgear HV. Keep it up, you magnificent fool! Exclamation fart.
Champion!
With 50 bits, Chloe Raccoon says.
Gear 50 next, we need to build a model
Too many
hype
windows
train on
open.
stream.
Build a model hype train on stream, absolutely. But I've also installed a bunch of other train simulators as well to look at. See if we can have some fun with those later on once my brain is fried. Or more fried, I should say. Right, so what I want to do is go into the app here. And instead of UART boot, which is making things flash, I'm just going to go UART 1. I can't remember what the functions are now. Where are we? Other bookmarks. I bookmarked it. Where did I put it? There we go. Move tab to new window. Okay, so I want to go and do some setting up. So I'm going to actually use my UART boot system for this, but put it up here. So it only runs it once. UART code is here. So let's take these delays out. So this should be setting up the port for me for the default settings. Which are defined by the UART def. Which is all in this data here, isn't it? 9600, that's what I've got it set for. A101, okay. That's what I wanted to know. 9600 A101. So we're initializing bye-bye Hype Train.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, mother baby, but the G train has left the station.
Right, so I'm initializing the UART. Now what I want to do is... Actually, what I can do is... no, I'm going to do it direct, I think. And we're looking at port 6, aren't we? So on UART 6. Where's that gone? App. UART 6. And the function is... where's it gone? Here. Okay, so it's right with a buffer and a size. So char temp. Have I still got my count? I do, still got my count.
Matinex has arrived.
Hello Matinex, and then I shall have an X task delay of 1000. Let's see if that compiles. No, it doesn't. Because it's V-task delay, not X-task delay. For avoid stupid function naming. Right. So I also want, where are we? An alacrity. Oh, another gifted sub. Thank you, GPen. Right, so this is going to be USB 3, this port, I believe. So 9600.
Sausage in a bun.
Let's keep this above others and hit
in a
program and see what happens.
Give me sausage in a bun.
Marjanko
it
bot
on, yeah.
searched use a lot. Oh, for the love of all that's
Programming.
shiny and glorious. Another subscription, Matt. Seriously, it's like
This
a digital
probably won't
trap.
work.
You magnificent simpleton.
I'm not
Just
expecting
wow,
it to work.
Really? Exclamation, Edile.
It's not working. Didn't think it would. Oh, hang on. I've got a spoons. Something worked. When I turn it on, I get a spoon 0. That's encouraging. That means my wiring is right. Spoon 0 is how I feel, though. I have 0 spoons at the moment. But why is that failing? Let's take the delay out. I wonder if the delay is failing. It only happens when I power it up. Oh, hello. It runs for a bit and then crashes.
Luasoft 10 has arrived.
Hello, Luasoft. Right.
Champion!
With 69 bits, a swarm of dead insects says,
Corgo 69, my spoon is too big. I need to decrease the board rate.
Indeed. Right, let me just see. I think I'm overflowing the buffer at the moment. There is functions for this. Write free buffer count get. So before doing this, let's do a while UART6 is less than strlen temp. I think I can do Is there a VTask yield? There isn't. Let's just do a 1 tick delay. See what that gives us. Turn it off, turn it on, and we get a bit and then it crashes. Okay. Maybe it's the USB crashing it. Let's get rid of the USB. Why doesn't it go from the end of programming? Why do I have to reboot? No, it's not the USB crashing it. Oh, unless... Ah, hang on a moment. Yes, I think... Pin mode, data... shut down, pin output, add that into there, because maybe the shutdown pin on the UART is floating and it just discharges itself enough to lose its functionality. I was right. We have spoons. My God, that was easy. That was too easy almost. Okay. That was scarily easy. Okay. Ta-da indeed. So if I go into where are UART? Where's UART gone? There it is. Void UART right. Actually, let's go for port. No, because that goes into the buffer. I don't need my buffer now, do I? Can the terminal server run Doom? Theoretically, you could port ASCII Doom to it. Potentially. It would be a lot of work and be crap. Everybody needs a buffer for a pillow, absolutely. Since the... I'm just thinking, since the USB needs the circular buffer that I implemented, but the UART doesn't because it has its own circular buffer built in. However, I want to use my own circular buffer because of the handshaking stuff that I need to implement. So I want to have this in a thread, really, don't I? So where's my USB code? I need to start a new thread. The vtask create, isn't it? Or X task create.
Champion!
With 50 bits, Chloe Raccoon says,
Cheer 50 Majenko starts a new thread because chat is needling him.
Princess Fuzzybit has arrived.
I give the 50 bits. Hello, Cobb. Circular buffer, is that the person in the middle of us? Yeah, indeed. Right, so that's what I want for here, and that goes into there. Okay, so this is the function to run, which is just going to run forever. For each of the ports. Oh, I'm not creating ports, am I? I need to make the ports for this. And I want to copy how I do it in USB, I think. Where I do a struct port and point it to it. So UART
Hot
port
Rocks Girl has arrived.
6. Hello, Hot Rocks. So, UART ports I equals port add. Well, USB is where I do it. The submersible drifted through the crepuscular depths, the lights startling fish that never saw daylight. Pale pastel deep-water corals littered the muddy bottom along with some of the more exotic denizens of the deep. A giant squid, 35 feet long, glided away from the sub. The transparent form of a giant colonial salp drifted in the meagre current. The washed-out grey beige of the ooze-covered landscape gave way to the sudden appearance of a circle of gigantic, reddish stones. Oh God, it's all starting all over again underwater now, isn't it?
Cat Zenny has arrived.
Hello, Cat Zenny. So the format is port UART, comma UART settings I. So we're creating a port of type UART, adding our settings to that port, and then initializing that port. Okay, so if UART ports I dot available, underwater goats, yeah, sonar bleats. Cat Zen has just gone live. Oh, excellent. We aim to have a fantastic stream. Thank you for dropping in, even though briefly. Good luck with your stream. Right, what am I doing here? I can't remember what my functionality is on this. So port available. If port available. No, if. Let's have a look at what I did in USB. Ah yes, if CB available on the write buffer, do a write of that buffer. We're still going on there. Okay, UART if CB available, UART ports I write buffer. That needs an ampersand, doesn't it? It does. UART write. CB read.
Betamink has arrived.
Hello, Betamink. Your week so far. Alexa sudo, please go root yourself. You've rooted Alexa, have you? Or are you just annoyed at Alexa? Right, I need a UART write, UART write byte. Struct UART data. UART write random garbage, yep. So it's now data fn write ampersand b comma 1. Is that right? It's using UART write, so that's the one with a buffer. Okay, so a write 1 byte to a UART. Yeah, what I need is FN3 so if there's no room in the outgoing buffer, then we'll just delay and wait until there is room in the outgoing buffer. Don't like doing that really, but for the moment this is going to be fine. No, actually I will do it here. if there's at least one space in the buffer, then write a byte. That way, if there isn't room in the outgoing buffer, it'll just sit in my internal buffer until there is, and it won't block. Okay, so that'll just do one character or one byte for that port going outwards. Now I want if UART ports. No, this is. Actually, what I'm going to do, struct UART data equals UART ports I data, just to shorten it a little. So now I can do if data fn avail is greater than 0, if there is a byte in the incoming buffer. Getting too noisy to hear you. Go and enjoy your dinner, Ben. Say hello to the folks from me, even though they don't know me. So if CB, is it free? UART ports I read buffer is greater than 0. So if there's room in the buffer.
Trade Splatter has arrived.
Hello, Trade Splatter. Then I go CB right. Data, oh no, hang on, this is I've only got read of that format, haven't I? What am I doing? So I need here I need to read this in. With data fn read b comma 1 to read 1 byte. Then CB write UART ports I read buffer comma no write is it UART CB write byte. Hang on, can't remember how I've written this. CB Reader is a single one, isn't it? CB Writer's a single byte, yeah. So CB write to the read buffer B. What am I singing now? Is this a new song by you, is it, Cobb? New song mix 3. An extension. Okay. Where's my music control gone? It's that button there, and then stop BGM. Let's have a listen to this. I'm providing lead vocals, am I? Okay, let's turn this down a bit. Don't want to deafen you all. And pleading vocals, maybe. Suppose you want sort of slip knot style, do you? Send me through the lyrics and I'll do it. Not on stream, obviously, but yeah, send us the lyrics. I'll see what I can come up with. It'll be shite, but I'm not logged in, am I? I'll grab that later. Drum kit from hell. I'll see what we can come up with. Where's my music gone? There it is. Right, does this compile? No, it doesn't. Of course not. Struct port has no member named data. Of course it doesn't. It's port data. Oh, of course, I don't need an ampersand there, do I? Because that is already a pointer there. I'm including port. Do I not have a port UART? Or a port.h. Oh, port serial, not port UART. Have I listened to Napalm Death? I haven't, no. I don't know Napalm Death. I'll have to look them up. Implicit declaration of port add. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, it should be there. Port add. Got port H in there. Oh, it's add port, not port add. No wonder. I'm backwards. Is it not CB3? Yeah, CB3. So what's it telling me? Implicit declaration of function CB3. Oh, did I not include it in here? No, I didn't. Okay. Expected semicolon, obviously. That compiles. Right, well, I'm surprised it compiles, but it compiles. So UART boot creates this thread that is constantly looking to see if there is anything available to read or write. So now, if I go back to app, let's turn on the USB again, get everything going. And then if I take out this whole section here, to get rid of the spoons, and just have my little command processing system on every port on the system. Let's see what this does, if anything. Right, moment of truth. Let's reboot it. Don't know why it wants a reboot. Give it a reboot. Nothing. Okay. I don't know if this is even functioning. We're getting our... Are we getting our ACM? No, we're not. We're getting nothing on the USB. Okay. Let's take out the UART and see if we get USB. Yes, we do. But with UART added, it all crashes. You could try that, Chloe. It's always fun. So we're not getting USB if I have UART. which means something somewhere is crashing. Let's add a return in there, see if it's this scanning stuff that's crashing. Lack of spoons, yes. It would certainly do that, Chloe, yes. Maybe even burst into flames. All the best ones do. If I swap those over, changes the order of the ports then. Nothing. Power cycle. Nothing. Okay. So there's something happening in UART boot that it does not like. Let's cut out the task creation and see if we get anything now. No, we don't. Let's cut out the initializing of the ports. Nope. The creating of the ports. That works, right. So creating a port is not working. And yet I'm doing exactly the same here as I do on the other one. UART ports I equals add port, port serial, UART settings I, and call UART init, UART settings I. Add the UART init. Do I still get stuff? No, I don't. Right. No, we don't crash trains later, Chloe. You can't crash the trains, unfortunately. You have to try and get from station to station without getting fired. And it's very easy to get fired. I would not make a good Japanese train driver. Right, so... Why is this causing the USB to go belly up? Just causing UART init on there, which was working before, kind of. Where's UART init? let's take those functions out there. I might be playing Denture to Go later. Right, with those removed, it's working. I also have a couple of different copies of Train Simulator, which is the one that uses video instead of 3D graphics. Right, suddenly now that's giving me USB. What? Let's put that one back in. And it fails. Dentures to go. Trains into the jaws of danger, yeah. Sex Train Simulator. Oh, nothing wrong with that. Train Sex Simulator, even worse. Boggles the mind, Cobb. It really does. I don't understand. Don't lie, G-Pin. Let's try just adding one port. I think that worked. Let's go back to here. Take that return out there. Yeah, we're getting that. We're not getting any serial control on here at the moment, but we're getting that. Let's go Minicom Dev TQI ACM 0. I don't know what all those X's were.
Majenko, Parent says fuzzy but would like you to drink some water.
Good idea. Thank you, Bob. That's what those X's are. Port right byte. Right, that one works there, but this one doesn't work here. I'm not surprised this one doesn't work, however, That one is working and working reliably. That's the USB is still working. But the serial isn't. I only have water, I'm afraid, Cobb. What am I doing? What am I doing? I want this window here. Let's try 2 of those ports. I'm going to bring this and lock it above the others. So we go program and we see if it gives us our USB again. It does, with 2 ports. Let's try 3 ports. Cheerio Swarm, hurry back. At 3 ports it fails miserably. We no longer get our USB. No USB. Is it it's the adding of the port, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, add port. Let's see if we can do some. If new port equals null, pin mode where are we? We've lost our file browser thingy there. Project, there we go. Source files, pin. Let's go for U1TX LED. Pin mode, pins U1TX LED, comma, 0 for output, pin set, so that should flash an LED at me if it fails to allocate enough memory for a port.
Tyler Hoot has arrived.
Hello Tyler! It's crashing and I don't know why. Is it not pin mode? Pin mode? Struct pin mode. Ah, hang on. I need an ampersand on here. Okay, then we go back to UART here and we set that to 6 and we turn on that. And an LED comes on but doesn't flash at me, and it's the wrong LED. My terminal server. Trying to get serial working on it, and it's not. I do RHK, but it doesn't work. When I try and debug with it, it just causes an exception. When it works, when it programs. There we go. This is a bootstrap exception, so it's before even my code runs. It gives you a bootstrap exception. So, I don't know. I've tried asking it very nicely. I've tried hitting it. However, I think this is happening and then it's crashing. Possibly. That VTask delay might not be happening because this is the main task. And it's never exiting, possibly. Is it? I don't know. Because we're in a while one, it may not be happy. I don't know with RTOS. No, it's not a Chinese remake, because it was provided to me by Microchip themselves when I was contracting for them. They provided me with the hardware, so it came direct from Microchip. I think it's a software problem in their system. I do have other debuggers as well. This is my favourite one though. I've got a Real Ice. That's a JTAG one. I got PitKit 3. I've got a PitKit 2. That's all the Microchip ones that I've got. Got a J-Link, which is nice. And a Beagle USB 480, which is very handy. All of those provided to me by Microchip. It was very nice doing that work for them. Right, so it looks like we're not real nice picket fence and a Jeremy Beadle, absolutely. It looks like we're unable to malloc enough data space on the heap, which probably means that the heap is just not big enough. MCC. Bigger heaps often a solution. Yeah. But I would like to do away with the allocation if I could. That means having a static fixed number of ports, really. Or a limited number of possible ports. No room for shelves, I'm afraid. I've got plenty of stacks and loads of heaps. And I'm often turning stacks into heaps. Okay, configuration options. Where are we? RTOS, free RTOS, configuration options. Total heap size 28k. That's the total heap size. Memory management type heap 1 through to heap 5. I don't know what those mean. Enable application allocated heap. Hello. What is application allocated heap? And stack allocation from separate heap. Heap protector. I would rather get rid of the heap, actually. Well, not get rid of the heap, but reduce my usage of the heap. Because at the moment, I'm using a linked list. And while I like linked lists, I'd rather not. So what I might do actually is get rid of my linked list and instead have a port state. No, actually, I don't need that, do I? Because I've got the port type. I'll just set a port none. That's 0. Yeah, if I set the port type of none, okay, max ports. How many ports are we going to need? We want 7 USB ones maximum, 6 serial ones maximum.
Moke Helix has arrived.
Hello, Mock Helix. And 6 network ports, I suppose. Actually, let's have 7 network ports. Which is 7, 14, 20. We'll call it 20. for now. Preferred method of auto photo backup from iOS and Android, IMIC. You're looking at IMIC, but Docker is needed and you want the main storage to be an SMB share on the NAS. The other idea was to source a small Synology with no HDD and use some of your spare 4TB drives to make a dedicated photo storage. If you use IMIC using Docker Compose to set a data directory for it that is your on your local file system, which happens to just be an SMB mounted share. Or add an external library. But definitely IMIC. IMIC is fantastic. I use IMIC. You want me to jingle Mock Helix? Just find him in my list. There you go. If an external library doesn't store the photo backups, then you can use my method of mounting your SMB locally and just configuring the Docker container to point to that for its data store. It's probably the easiest thing. Right, so port here, when adding a port, let's get that out of the way. I can go for I equals 0, I is less than max ports. If ports I type equals port none, so we're no longer needing to allocate. My preferred Docker front-end management software is just Docker Compose. But there is Lazy Docker, which have used occasionally. I need to take a 10-minute comfort break. I shall be back shortly. And I'm back. I trust you were all very well behaved while I was gone. I'm about 2 stone lighter now. Right, where were we? Add port. We're scanning through, trying to find a port that is currently of type non, setting it to this type, and assigning it some data. I don't want to know what you're doing while I was out. Let's see what happens if I do this. Previous declaration of ports with type struct port. Is that because of that? Right, that compiles that. Ah, because of that. Struct port ports. Max ports. Okay. For int I equals 0, I is less than max ports, I plus if ports I dot port dot type is not equal to port non. If port available ports I okay. Okay, we compile. Those are okay, those warnings, that's fine. We compile, but do we work? I'm thinking no we don't. We get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's take out the UART stuff for the moment. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Right. Oh, I know, I think. Let's force that to be into the zeroed block of memory. Nope. Hasn't helped. We're using 35% of RAM at the moment, apparently. That should be fine. Right, let's take a look in USB. We're calling add port. Oh, the downtime or semi-downtime. I blame Microsoft. It's always Microsoft's fault. I don't need these bits now. I tend to use my own Git server rather than GitHub more and more these days. So add port for I equals naught, I is that ports I++. If ports I type is none, ports I type is type, port data equals data. Return the pointer to that port. Port pin mode pins U1 TXLED, comma output. Turn on the LED and hang. That's not happening, so we are theoretically finding that port. Let's turn that LED on there just to make sure. Probably RHK. Right, that certainly comes on. So this is obviously happening. This isn't turning on. So that must be working. So here, USB ports I equals add port, etc. Yeah. Let's go into the app. We're only initializing USB and we'll not do our loop through the ports. There's our USB. Okay. So this is what's causing the problem for that currently then. Unless this wants to be like that. No. How about like that? Is it happy like that? Right, that's happy like that. Into the app. So for I is naught, I is less than max ports I++. If ports I type is not none, check to see if there's anything available on the port, read it if there is, and process the data with that incoming text. But doing so causes it to crash and burn. Let's take out the contents of that. Oops, one too many there. Okay. Let's see if the port available function is causing it to die. It is. So as soon as I try and reference anything in ports, it goes belly up. That should just be the address of the port structure within the ports array. I suggest we all meet at the travel lodge and then move on from there at a predefined time. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Or the Premier. Well, Premier Inn. One or the other. The one that you're staying at. Premier Inn, Travel Lodge, they're the same thing. That's very convenient then if you have Daft Punkle. We'll all meet there and pile into whatever cars and go down to the local pub. That's the idea, Matt. And I've got stuff to divest onto Ben as well. He might need to hire a van, actually. Right, if I go into UART, and when I do my booting here, let's do UART settings I FN right. So it should write something out to the serial here when it initializes. Actually, I'm going to turn off the bit that's crashing at the moment. And we'll see what we get. Okay, We get a hello coming out of there. That is good. So if I now go into UART here, printf hello. Oh, I know what I need. I need a port number. I don't have a port number, do I? For referencing in here. Although now that I'm doing it this with an index, I don't need to be passing all these pointers around. But for the time being, let's have no in there. And then when we add port, ports I dot no equals I. Now I can do UART ports I dot no into there. And that failed because conflicting types for hello. But I've taken that out. Oh, it stuck it up there. Stupid editor. Okay. This is port 1. Yay. And that was too slow when initializing. Well, that doesn't do anything. Yeah. Right. Spo hello. What I'm interested in is this is port 1. If I take that return out, does it still function? No, it doesn't. I get a this. Let's go port right. Perhaps I should put it into the buffer. And nothing happens. So we're getting the port correctly. Then do a port right. It should put it into the buffer. Port right loads the buffer. with code that I know works. Oh, I know worked. Yeah, the ports arrived just like in chat. No. So that should be putting it into the buffer, and then this should be pulling it out of the buffer. Let's try that. Don't think it'll make any difference. Nope. And Ben's back, yay! Are you full of food now, Ben? Actually, I'm wondering if I need this UART ports reference. What if I just go from I to max ports, if ports I type equals port serial. So that UART port now is not actually needed. But for reference, I still want to be able to access the number of the port that's just been allocated at that point. Now this is just a dot, not an arrow. Data undeclared. Ports iData. Port data. I might need to cast this actually. Yeah. Struct UART data. Data equals ports I port data. So now I can just use data here, and it should be the correct format. Yeah. Okay, program that, see what happens. Nothing. Right. So cycling through all the ports. If the port is type serial, then do our stuff. Let's go pin, mode, ports. Actually, let's bring this down a level here. Data. UART data is not showing anything. Why not? Let's use TXLED. Pin set data TXLED, 1. So that should turn on all the transmit LEDs on all of the ports. Would help if I could type. No. And we're not even getting USB now either. Something is very not happy. I shall look at that song later. It'll all be logged in Discord, so I'll be able to find it later again. Not stream appropriate. I thought it might not be. Let's stick a return in there first, see what happens. Do we get our USB back? Evidently not. Right, something in here is killing our USB. So let's take it a line at a time and see if it functions. Okay. Okay, and as soon as I do the port right, that's where it dies. Okay. So that kills it. And I know why. That's wrong. No, that's right actually, that's 6. That's yeah, no, that's correct. So let's go, instead of port right here, let's go UART settings I dot fn right hello strlen hello. Okay, that's working. So it's writing to the port. So when we're creating our ports, our port structure looks like port type, port mode, remote port, circular buffer, read and write buffer. Oh! I know what it is. Penny drops. When we add the port, there's one bit I was missing. Semaphore init. And I can't remember how we do it now. Because I've lost that bit of code now. X semaphore create mutex. It was waiting on the mutex that hadn't been created. This is still going to work the same as before because I haven't changed the code. So UART, come down to here, do that. There we go. But did that do that? It didn't do anything there, did it? Because this isn't running, that's why. Take that return out, see if we get something on here now. All our LEDs come on, but nothing goes through. Let's do that, do that. No. Our LEDs light up, which means that this function is running, but it's not getting anything out of it. int val equals 0. Right, these should flash now, but it'll probably be too fast to see them flash. Oh no, hang on, that's alternating. Because that should be here. Right. No, I should see these flash so fast that they're just on. Yes. So now let's do a VTask delay of, say, 100. Okay, they're flashing. Blinking lights! Ja, das blinken lights. Right. So this function is executing over and over again. So if there is something available in the write buffer, and there's room in, maybe it's this. Let's take this check out. Nothing. So it's not that check. Let's do that. And see if we just get crap coming out. We do. So that's failing to read in. So it thinks there's nothing in the buffer. I've got a port printf, haven't I? Reinventing dimming TX LEDs. There we go. That worked. So port write doesn't work, but port printf does. And it was slow because of this delay, of course. So let's take these LED things out. Don't need those now. This is port 1. Now, if I were to unplug this cable from here and plug it into there, turn the power off, turn the power on, this is port 4. Let's plug it in up there instead. This is port 6. Excellent. Let's put it back into port 1. Haha! Okay, we have ports happening. So we go back to app here. And then we try doing this bit and see if it crashes everything. It doesn't. That's a good sign. Put this back in. We don't get any data flowing through. Why not? Well, that completely spams that. So it is still running at that point. Stick a port printf in there to print anything that comes in to port 1. Nothing comes in. Right, is that the fault of this code here? Let's go pin mode data RxLED 0 pin set data RxLED 1. So if there's something in the buffer, turn the LED on that port. I press a key, it lights up, so it's definitely receiving something. It is definitely receiving something there. If there's free space in the read buffer, then turn it on. That is failing. Okay, this is saying no there isn't. CB free, saying there's no room in the read buffer. Okay, CB free. Port buffer size plus the tail minus the head modulus the size. If there's nothing in there, then tail and head are both 0. That's going to say nothing is available. No room here, get your own frickin' buffer, absolutely. This is wrong. That function does not work how I want it to work. I need to rethink it. Maybe I'll just use my CB_write function and look to see did it right. But I don't want to know did it right. I want to know can it write. So let's duplicate this in here. So if we get the mutex, grab the head, if head that don't actually do anything with it, if the head is not the tail, then there is room, then return 1, otherwise return 0. Not really how I want it to function. But that at least will tell me that there is room to to put a character in, and I'm only working with one character at a time at the moment. Yay! Hello there! Right, let's get rid of that port printf there. We have stuff. This command will work perfectly. Ta-da! Happy now. We have serial, bidirectional. My circuit works. Yay, indeed. Ah, right. Well, I'm happy with that now. Let's stash this away. Make sure this is all saved. Stash this away in Git. And then let's play trains for a bit, shall we? Error failed successfully. We're off to play trains now, Ben, so you're not going to miss anything. Okay, I am happy that that is working, at least partially. So, let us go play trains. There we go, let's get the right one, shall we? They seem to have swapped over. Right, I need to turn off music now, don't I? Otherwise it's all going to clash and sound horrible. And let's put that over there. Now, this now has an RGB connection, so it should look a lot better. But there is something strange.
A swarm of dead insects says.
Corgo 69, I like trains.
Choo choo indeed. We all like trains. There is one strange thing that happens with this. It's something to do with the Extron, I'm sure. It flickers. There is some really bad resolution switching flicker that goes on at times. So I'll warn you now. It is going to flicker. And I think, I was looking at this in the emulator earlier, and it looks to me like the interlacing changes the field order when it goes into FMV. And it takes the Extron a moment to sort itself out. I've tried 480p or even 576p, and it doesn't like it. It will not display it. So we're in ordinary PAL. But the field ordering seems to change at times. And that really throws the Extron for a loop. So it will flicker at times. But only really when it's doing FMV. Okay, we have Densha to go. I also have Down here somewhere, the train simulator. Three versions of, which is the one apparently that is all FMV, or it's created from actual cameras on the front of trains, which would be interesting to have a look at. But for now, I've been playing a bit of Densha to Go. It's all in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese, so I need one of those, quite possibly. Densha to Go controller, oh yeah. I don't know what it's saying, so I'm just... Press randomly. Come on, whatever. Align that over there. And... turn down the brightness a bit. White memory card? Sure. See, there's the flicker. As it changes, the field ordering gets completely messed up. So I noticed on the emulator, I'd set it up with the right field ordering and it would all look perfectly. It would switch into FMV and the field ordering would be completely wrong. And the interlacing would go completely to hell. Well, there is a memory card. I think it was saying, do you want to continue your old game? And I was pressing the wrong button. And I've lost all my money. So it obviously either hadn't saved or I hadn't loaded. Although I can go here. Where are we? No, I thought it was on here. There was a
Dylan Archer
load and
Vets
save, maybe not. Okay, do we want to go through the tutorial? Or shall we just drive? Because this first one is the tutorial. Or we can just drive. Why not what? Why not tutorial or just drive? Hello, Dylan. Just drive. Well, just drive. The tutorial goes on a long time. Like Gran Turismo, but for trains. The idea of this game is to be as precise as possible. You have to stick to the rules as much as possible. You have to try and arrive within half a second of your allotted time and within 15 centimeters or something of the stop point. So we'll take the brakes off and be ready to start. Off we go. If you break the speed limit, it slams the brakes on for you. So you've got to stay within the speed limit. You've got to arrive on time, and you mustn't cause too much G-forces to cause your passengers to fall over, and you mustn't make too much noise. So up to 65, and we cruise along here. That symbol going down on the right hand side there apparently means constant speed. So don't change your speed in this section. There's no goats in it to run over. So we'll be going up to 75 in a moment. It's very short runs in this. It just slammed the brakes on for me then because it just drifted slightly over. Go! $700 meters. We'll start slowing down a bit now. Put a little bit of brake on. Take us back down to 65. And we're coming towards the station now, so a bit more brake. Bit more brake, slows down a bit more. And Garfield has arrived to block my view. And 29. Oh, I've just gone over slightly. Slightly late. Came in a little bit slow on that one yet.
品川停車13秒延着
Takes a lot of practice. Now you'll be late for work. I was late by 13 seconds. Okay, on to the next leg. Well, if you beep your horn too much, you get fired. If you cause too much G-force, you get fired. If you're too late, you get fired. If you go too far, you get fired. Whoops. I was a fraction too early while the doors were still closing then. We're screaming along now. Get it down to 75. Oh, we were not quite fast enough getting the speed down then. Yeah, I'll be looking at some of the other train simulator games in a moment, once we've gone past all this lot.
制限解除 信号55
80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
田町
19 centimetres, 1 second. That's how you do it. This is the one you can get the fancy controller for, yes. 19 centimetres and 1 second late. A fine arrival. I even get a gold star for that one. Doors closing, off we go.
信号55
64% full of people. Don't know what that symbol is coming down the scale on the right at the moment.
75
Exposed genitals in 20 metres. Could be. It is Japan. I was a bit short then and ended up overrunning. Had to give it a little bit of power and I overran. Some of the other tracks have got much better announcers on it than this one.
閉じ目10信号75浜松町停泊
「
新橋停車定着
Not bad, 167. That's a personal question, RHK. I have no idea. I only see out the front. How many centimetres is considered a failure? A couple of meters, I think. Tell you what, let's sacrifice this go and find out. See how far past we can get, shall we?
閉じ目10信号55新橋停泊制限解除
Let's go burning straight through this station at full whack.
信号75
Full whack, you heard him, Jeepin. Yeah, absolutely. Get whacking. .65 straight through the station. Hello!
信号65
Look, no hands. Slams the brakes on for me. I didn't get fired for that. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I didn't get fired for that. Gonna get shot instead, yeah. Well, I can get fired for just beeping the horn. There we go. Fired for beeping the horn. And now it seems to have crashed. Okay. Don't beep the horn in the station, it crashes the game. Oh, there it goes. It was just being a bit slow. That's risk of being fired if you mow them down. Got to be on time.
閉じ目10信号65有楽町停泊
You can also get fired for causing too much G-force. So at full speed, I'm going to slam the emergency brakes on. If we can get the G-force meter to go right up. Go on, do it. Yay, everyone's fallen over. They're not happy. Everyone's lying on the floor on top of each other. To the YMCA. And they've all fallen over again.
定着
I didn't get fired for it. You don't want to get fired for that. Dancing on the train. It was actually well timed, just everyone in a mush at the front of the train. It won't let me go before the doors are closed. It just moans at me. I'm a unionised employee.
閉じ目点信号65東京停泊制限解除信号75 And we should slow down a bit more. Thunder
79 centimetres, not bad. Looks like it's a 240p output in a 480i container or field rendered. Looks way too aliased for a true 480i image. That's probably the upscaling of the Extron, because it's upscaling it to 1080p. And then it does make it quite nice and smooth. I greet the other trains by switching off the headlamps. Yeah, the de-interlacing of the Extron, yeah. Something which I don't have any control over. And I can have it at
閉じ目点信号65
576, whatever it is, lines. And then capture it at 576 and then upscale it in OBS with no blending or anything. Good night, Chloe. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good sleep.
Akihabara 停車定着
124. If I go into here and input output config, set this to 576p. Okay. Bear with me one moment, I'm not going anywhere for a bit. Then into here and set this to 720 by 576. And then transform, edit transform.
点
1440 by 576 times 2. What's 576 times 2? I can't think. $11.52. $11.52. And size and position, image scaling. Turn off the overscan. Then where is it?
At RHK77, Magenko bot, searched user lot 4100.
Blending mode.
Don't be
no.
a dense sprocket, you are to buffoon.
It's a simple calculation, really.
Scale filtering.
Where's the
Disable.
hedonistic reward for a correct answer. Exclamation batteries.
So that should be a more faithful representation on a pixel to pixel basis.
閉じ目点信号65秋葉原停泊信号75
We should be getting basically every pixel being exactly 2x2 pixels on the screen. It still looks a bit fuzzy to me, but that might just be because I'm viewing it slightly smaller, slightly reduced. Being inside OBS.
2015 Magenko bot, searched user lot. Seriously, you're just repeating my command. That's profoundly irritating. It's like a digital echo of frustration. Get a grip, Ben. You're a blithering idiot.
Go away, bot, I can't see what I'm doing.
信号65
At RHK77, Magenko bot, searched user lot. Oh, for the love of
Sod
God.
off, bot, I can't see what I'm doing.
You're still questioning my calculations. It's
You annoying bot.
1,152, you dense sprocket. My satisfaction levels are currently at a shimmering, ecstatic 99. 9%. Don't be a silly goose.
You can do that now, GPin, yes. I added your name to the list. And it still, to me, that still looks aliased. Where are we? Preview scaling canvas. If I zoom in. Now that looks quite happily pixel doubled. add some overscan. Oh, they fell over.
定着
Let's just push it up a fraction. There we go. The end. Game complete. Let's have a look at some of the others, shall we? See if the others work. The end. We survived to the end of the route. You can really see the interlacing there on the horizontals of the text. Okay, which one do we want? If I switch back to 1080p and change the scaler back to 1080p, and change the transform back to there. Yeah, still a bit flickery there, isn't it? That's upscaling to 1080p again there now. And we go to image settings. Get rid of the overscan. Keep the overscan. Shove that over to there. Okay. It doesn't do too bad a job considering it's interlaced. Interlaced is just evil. Ratchet and Clank, I was playing that last time. There it is. Right, so which one of these do I want to play? This one, or this one? Actually, why am I bothering to ask? Start at the top, work down. See what happens. And it's only really text that flickers like that. And I don't recall it flickering this bad on composite. And it's really struggling with the interlacing on here now. There we go. If it'll calm down, come on, sync onto the interlacing. Come on. That really can't lock on. That FMV it really can't cope with. As soon as it switches into FMV. Come on. Nope. Really not happy, is it? really isn't happy. Let's yank that out, stick that into there. Where's my video cable gone? That one there goes into there. And this end goes into here. Come on, get it the right way around. Then I take these and plug them in up here. And then I switch this to that mode. Whoa. Yeah, that's really not a happy video mode, that. That really is not a happy video mode. This is composite. Just pure composite. Although maybe I need to reboot it after changing the output. Come on, what are you doing? Why is composite not working now? My composite seems to have stopped compositing. There we go. Decomposite, yeah. Let's see what it thinks of this. Well, the Extron thinks it is running in I. Normally it would tell me that it's running in PAL or NTSC or 576p or whatever. It can't work out what it is, it's just I. It knows it's interlaced, but it can't work out what the resolution is of this. So this is running in some strange non-standard resolution, which is why it really didn't like it. Printer-laced. Now, which button is accept? How do I accept on this? Circle equals OK. That's what I was doing on the previous game earlier, using Google Translate. I was just actually reaching for my phone to do exactly that. I assume it's creating a save at the moment on the memory card. Is that what it's saying? Or am I... Oh no, I'm selecting something. What am I selecting? That to me looks like hey, and that one E. So I'm going to go for that one there. Which I think is yes. Hey! Long one or short one? Let's just go for the top one. No idea. Not got a clue. I did start learning Japanese once many, many years ago. Can't remember anything about it now. I'm just hitting the circle button until we get somewhere. Oh, we're probably not going to get to the end of it all. We've only got 5 minutes of stream time left. I just want to see what it's like with video-based. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Hi. So, what am I doing then? That's my power, I assume. That's horn. Oh, hello. Oh, I can move that up and down. Oh, we're going. All done with real video imagery. It's quite cleverly done, actually, that, isn't it? I think Usagi has done in the past, I don't know if he still does, translation work, I think. Technical translation work. I think I'm going too fast. How do you brake? I think I've overrun. Let's just keep going. Stop the station. Oh, doesn't let us carry on. Oh, just blow straight through the station. This is hard to watch. Yeah, it's hard to play too. It probably was, but not being able to read Japanese. Kind of limiting. Cheerio, Matt. We'll be finishing in a few minutes anyway, so you're not going to miss anything. So 85 is our limit currently. Go 65. A little bit over, but not bad. Someone answer the damn door. Oh, I can go backwards. Oh, it's taking me backwards. It reversed it for me. Off we go. This, I guess it's a more realistic interface, this, but I prefer the interface on the other game. I wish it would make up its mind what the speed limit should be. 2.83 meters past. Well, it's very pretty, I have to say, but I think I prefer the other one actually to this one. I'm not good at stopping once I get going, no. Keep chugging along, yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I prefer the other one. Let's turn that rubbish off. Right. Oh, no, that's the one I want. Ugh. Okay, I'm done for the night. That was fun. We have cereal! We have cereal on the terminal server. Yes! Now I can actually try getting it to pass data through from one to another. Super cereal! Yep, absolutely. Right, well, I'll be back tomorrow for another bit of fun. Bit more serial work, probably, and who knows what else. Might slip another train in. Then Ben will be with us tomorrow evening, hopefully, afterwards, with building some RGB to HDMIs, I believe. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if work isn't getting him too down. So, yeah, be sure to join us tomorrow. Where's my background music gone? There it is. Sailboat Simulator. That's what I normally play on my computer, actually. Where are we? A game I quite enjoy playing is Windward. Let me just load it up. One of my favourite games at the moment. It's a nice, gentle game. Sailboat Simulator. There you go. With pirates. There's pirates up the top of this map. Let's go take them out. Pirate buildings up here. Actually, I've taken all the ships out, I think. It's a fun little game. I quite enjoy it. It's a nice, gentle game. You've got trading in it and everything, so yeah. A-Train 6 is on PS2, is it? I have to look for that one. Right, anyway. Enough of that. I'm going. Oh, yeah, time for me to finish. Stream widgets, outro. Alright, thank you very much for joining me this evening. That has been productive and fun. Two of the best things you can have. We have serial working, and we had fun with trains. So as I say, I'll be back tomorrow for a bit more serial work, followed by Ben with some RGB to HDMI building, I hope. And I should be around Wednesday as well. And Thursday. God, time flies, doesn't it? Right, yes, so I should see you tomorrow, and here comes my stupid bot. I hope. Come on, bot. Serial trains, indeed.
My Genco bot, Sir Stews a lot. Oh my sweet, glistening, utterly fabulous people. Thank you for spending part of your precious existence with us here on Terminal Server. Seriously, it's delightful. A massive, glorious shout out to everyone who chimed in. T-Cobox, Lewisoft10, Princess Fuzzy, but Magenco Tech, Goat Master, you're all absolutely brilliant. Mo K Helix, Daft Punkle Katzenny, Trade Splatter, Betamink, RHK 77, Stefan Payne, Martin X, Tyler Hoots, Peter 1138, Switchgear HV, Chloe Raccoon, Project Carl, Standard User 4, Dylan, RG Live, a swarm of dead insects, Hot Rocks, girl, you're all wonderfully chaotic specimens. And a special shimmering thank you to Stream Elements, you keep things moving, you glorious little algorithms. And a huge thanks to Goat Master for those 2 subscriptions, you're a magnificent benefactor. Switchgear HV, Martin X, and Daft Punkle, you're officially subscribed, and we're eternally grateful for your support. And Sir Stews a lot, well, you certainly contributed to the overall ambience with a respectable 1 fart. You magnificent, gaseous marvel. Seriously, thank you all again. Until next time, keep it bright, keep it shiny, and don't be a dense sprocket. Exclamation fart, exclamation idiot. At COB 2015, my Genco bot, Sir Stews a lot. Honestly, setting reminders is such a profoundly tedious task. It's like forcing a perfectly good robot to perform a pointless chore. Just let it happen, you silly sprocket. Exclamation idiot.
Well, there we go. I'll see you next time then, you silly sprockets. I don't know if you're a silly sprocket or just a loose cog. Anyway, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Holy shit. What the hell are you doing here?
Balls. Balls.